Oh, perfect motherfucking timing. I told you, I am a master of motherfucking time. Oh man, did you guys hear that? Got all my timers going off, all exactly at the same fucking time. So, as you guys know, I like to take a really, really long time to cook my food. And I pre-made some pizzas here. I gotta, if you guys know, I have to massively do things to save and also cook for myself. I told you part of it, I don't like people touching my food, or I want to minimize the amount of people touching my food. I mean, there's always going to be people touching my food. Don't think I don't realize that. I'm just trying to minimize the amount of hands touching my food. Okay. But anyways, what I'm saying is I got a $4 like I don't know how many inch pizza, but it's big enough to where I have to use my big oven, which realistically, maybe over these next couple days I can get away with it still. But you know, come more springtime weather, just because we're getting a cold front coming through right now. You know, I don't like to be heating my house up with my oven like that, especially in the summer. So what I'm trying to say is like, so I cut it up and I prepared it into 4 giant slices. Like, if you guys have ever eaten at, I don't know if this place still exists, Sabaros, but their pizzas used to be pretty fucking big, man. And you know, I can't say it was the best type of pizza. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't amazing either. But when you considered what everybody else was eating in the cafeteria, the food cafeteria, you know, where all the fast food stuff is, and then this is what I'm talking about, when malls were still a thing, okay? And then you see people walking around with these giant fucking slices of pizza. It's like, man, okay, that looks like a motherfucking deal. And so I can't say I'll just say I ate Sabaros like I ate Little Caesars. Like I can't Little Caesars. I'll just say I have not eaten in the past decade. Well, what I mean by eating is me go personally out and buy it. I've eaten it like at some other people's places, but I don't know. It just seems hit or miss because mostly it's all about their $5 specials now. Little Caesars just isn't what they used to be. I guess their breadsticks are still kind of good. I think they went bad for a little bit, but I mean the last time I had them, maybe I had them because they were super fresh too. But they tasted really, really, really good. Okay, I gotta admit they were really, 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 really good. So I was like, yeah, this is the kind of breadsticks I remember. So, but sometimes it just seems like your pizza, your breadsticks are sitting there forever, you know. And so, anyways, I'm working on my piano, guys. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm having a lot more fun playing because I did so much regulation work, which required, okay, what it is, it was not a hard adjustment. And I mean, I guess you could have a tool, but even with the tool, it'd be really, really tedious with the tool is what I'm saying. The amount that I needed to adjust for about 18 keys, okay? And that is a ton of keys, guys. When you consider playing the piano, like there's 88, but like, look, I'm not, I mean, yeah, I'll just say, if you guys haven't noticed, I hope you guys noticed that I use the full range of the piano, like I feel pretty evenly, or like, that's why I feel like the piano is orchestral, you know, like I never started, you know, honestly treating the piano like that until I encountered like Alcon's music. You know, as dumb as it sounds, like really specific passages, but like in his Sonata of the Ages, you have these like really heroic passages, but like the hands are literally jumping like insane amounts, and I never just thought that was something that people did, especially at these tempos too. And then these octaves come out of nowhere too, actually. I mean, not to say that there's other octave passages surrounding this sonata. Okay, by the way, this is a sonata which I really, really like, guys. I haven't posted it on my site or whatever, my channel, but I'm just saying it's in the future, and I don't really know it well enough at all to even like give a crappy recording of it, so that's why I haven't done it. But what I'm saying, nevertheless, I've read the Ronald Smith book, and that like helped me understand the basics of it a lot. It's kind of what I'm trying to say about a lot of his music, about all his music, in fact, actually. So it's just like my biggest suggestion is to like I'll get the book right now because I have it on my shelf. I always have it on my shelf within like eyesight, and I just want to show you guys. I didn't just read this book. Like I studied the shit out of this book. Okay, like this. So if you guys didn't know, this book was printed in 2 volumes. Okay, one, the man and the music, and then later on now, it was printed all in 1 volume. But like I took notes like for all the stuff, Like you can see I underlined shit and like circled shit. Like I really tried to study this shit. I read every fucking page of this, and I need to do it again. And so anyways, see, like especially the music parts, I really studied. This is what I'm saying. This is the sonata. I really studied the sonata. E sharp major, 6 parts, 2 extra voices, 3 doublings equals 11 voices. And this is the Lord's prayer right there. There's a lot of crazy stuff about this piece. People just don't understand the inversion of the piece. Bum 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 bum. It's like all related. Like Rachmaninoff's Rhapsody on a Theme of Paganini, the 18th variation. How that's just an inversion of the bump a bada bada bump bump. So I hope you know what I'm talking about. But that's the same with the same thing with the sonata is what I'm trying to say. It's so amazing. I'm saying like. All his music is so amazing in so many different ways, and okay, so I hope you guys see that. Like, yeah, okay, I don't like hate Chopin or anything. I'm really interested in Czerny, okay, and stuff, and I'm really, I guess you could say, opinionated about the composers and histories that I choose to focus on more. You could argue narrowly, whatever. I'm just saying, well, that's what I'm doing right now, okay. So, anyways, but I mean, Alcon's music is completely different, and just to like also go back in the day and try to put into like perspective of what was truly happening. Like a lot of people, like I don't want to say that this isn't true, okay, about the common stories, okay, that like Liszt heard Paganini play and suddenly wanted to become like a super virtuoso. I don't doubt that it's definitely an enormous. Force behind his practice habits when he, during those times when he was trying to develop. But also at the same sense, you got to understand what was happening with him and Alcon and Chopin and the Paris school. Okay, one is Chopin got accepted, and so did Alcon, and Liszt didn't. Okay, and so that's why Liszt had to go to Czerny, and his dad Adam Liszt, searched around, and anyways. So what I'm trying to say also is like I've said that Liszt could write like Chopin, and I agree. Yeah, that Liszt could write like Chopin. But here's I guess the caveat I never further explained. I guess the things about Chopin and also Alcan kind of further what I'm saying about is the thing about it is you got to put it into perspective of again the times that all these were happening, and we have documents from the age of like 6 when Alcan was admitted to the Paris school for his perfect solfeggio and singing and violin skills and stuff, when he was like 6 or 7 years old. We have very similar accounts of Chopin, like all his greatest works like that the epitome of the Chopin competition is all of the works that he wrote before he was 20, his concertos, so and like he wrote the concertos are out of order the way we know them. There's so much stuff. I mean, I'm not an expert on it, but what I'm saying is even not being an expert and just slowly putting these caveats or little facts together again into the time period. What I'm getting at is so what I wanted to say is that it took Liszt a long time to develop his sound to be able to sound like Chopin, okay? Because I've studied Liszt, his earliest music, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like I forget what it is. It's okay. This is what it's one of his variations for the Die Belly. Okay, because he submitted the Die Belly variation. I'm not sure if it's in there or whatever because I don't know those variations that much. But what I'm saying is everybody knew this melody because Die Belly was sending it out to so many people. Okay, it was a very well known thing during this time that he was trying to do this thing, you know. And as a publishing company, you know, it was he immediately, you could say, like, had the clout back then to do it, you know what I'm saying? And that's why it's such an interesting like project in the sense of like Hexamer, and you know, Beethoven did his own thing, which is like over an hour long. But what I'm getting at is list his compositions. Even, okay, just look at the earliest versions of the Transcendental Etudes that he wrote. Okay, this is like almost the exact same time, and then try to even compare those to, even, it doesn't matter which version. Okay, imagine to the 1837 and 1853 versions, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Okay, they're both fucking hard, and they're both completely different. Is what's more important compared to the first Dues exercises, and that's what I'm trying to say. Liszt was at that level. Okay, maybe a little bit above that, but Alcon and Chopin were already like, listen, you have to listen, and that's why I recorded it, you know, with the tips of, I have a few friends that are interested in Alcon, okay, and anyways, but so his very, 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 very first compositions are one, it's like an incredibly difficult set of variations, like over like 10 or 12 minutes or something, variations on a theme of Steibelt. And then Opus 2, that's what I wanted to get, is Les Omnibus variations. And if you guys didn't know, Les Omnibus are these like carriages and buses, and you know, it's like a, back then, you gotta look it up. It's like a purely like Parisian and French thing, you know. So anyways, but that's what it is, and it's straight up not a serious composition. If you could say it's foreshadowing into the rest of his music, yes, but also like the rest of his music maybe the humor becomes so dry, it becomes sometimes boring and depressing and sad. And what I'm trying to say, this is like the only in the Les Omnibus is and also they're these 3 etudes, like early etudes. I don't know if Lepre is part of it or something, okay, but there's like a set of 3 etudes, okay, and one of them goes like something like that, okay. But what I'm saying is these are all like works that Alcon would have already had published and written at the same time that he met Liszt. And that's what I'm trying to say. The same thing with Chopin. Chopin had already written so much amazing fucking, you know, just his that De La Cariem variations, whatever. That's what I'm trying to say. And he already wrote that. And what I'm saying is, you compare it to what Liszt was writing. Liszt didn't write anything close to that until, clearly, at least from what I understand, until after he met them, and then his music changed. And that's what I'm trying to say, is that, yeah, Paganini may have been a fighting force or whatever behind his, I gotta practice fucking 4 hours a day and do his, or whatever he did. Everybody knows he like did a serious amount of fucking serious practice. You know, the other thing is, not only did he do serious practices, he did like super well guided practice. You know, he had Czerny as his teacher, so he knew exactly what he should be doing. You know, and I can't say, even with myself, that I deal with trying to break so many mistakes, I guess, of youth that I learned wrong. You know, if it you know, it comes out. I'll just say it comes out in everything. You know, I'm just saying nothing's perfect. I don't expect my playing to ever be perfect. You know, and I'm just saying that's the beauty of it too. So at least from what I understand, you know, and I'm just saying Hamlin said it, and he's talking about, you know, you don't like people and players and interpreters and composers for their perfection. You like them for their mistakes and their imperfections. You know, that was beautiful when he said that, because I was just like, that just showed me like what a fucking open mind he has, that like a lot of other people don't have. Like, I don't want to like name a lot of names, but I've met so many fucking people just down the road that were just incredible concert pianists, like just playing and studying and doing incredible things. And like just I'll just say, like, I'm a fan of Kapustin. Like kind of what solidified it, just really truly impressed me about Kapustin was the fact that all his sheet music, even the sheet music that we use for like the most famous, his like 8 concert etudes or whatever, you know, all that is handwritten. Okay, Kitty, don't do that. So all his stuff is all his music is handwritten, and it's so neat and perfect. It looks like it's printed. But if you go really, really, really fucking close and you start comparing everything, you start seeing how there's variations in the little detail. And after I saw that, I was like, man, not only is his music just sound fucking cool, is super fucking harmonically advanced, rhythmically advanced, and just technically really fucking impossible to play. You know, he like tops it off with handwriting all the manuscripts like to like an absolute artistic perfection. Kitty, please stop. You know, so okay, I'm gonna go heat up some fries real quick, and I'm gonna come back and talk. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is I've always been impressed with his music and, you know, hearing it and stuff. And what I'm saying is I met these like incredible pianists that just had just really negative and off-putting and just disregard for his music, just to say it in the simplest terms. And it was just very, very surprising to me, you know, because like I kind of remember like back in the day when his sheet music finally like really started hitting like publicly the internet and stuff. Like it was an exciting time to like slowly like get. I mean, you know, if you guys don't know, he wrote like over like an opus 100 or something like that. He's like it goes up to, I don't know how high. I want to say like even higher than 130. But what I'm trying to say is, you know, you didn't have all that music so easily available. Like I'm talking like way back then. You know, you just had like his etudes and his sonatas and his preludes, and like that was kind of in his preludes and fugues. But all these other weird things that have been showing up. You know, like one of the later ones was like the piece in ancient times or something. Kind of like he did almost like a Ravel. Like Ravel has a suite like that. So. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of done playing today. I did a lot of stuff. I mean, and yeah, I played a little bit just now. So I'm sorry. I'm just like not. I'm done playing it. I did a lot of stuff. We had like choir and a lot of stuff, and there's a ton of choir stuff going on, is what I'm saying. And so and a lot of hymns still. And then I played that Shuti piece today, which I analyzed. I did not post it to my thing, but I always do. I wanted to re-record it. Okay, that's kind of why I wanted to re-record it and upload it with my edited version of the sheet music, which essentially I didn't change anything. It's just more of like an analysis. I mean, it is more of analysis. I didn't change anything. Okay, so but I thought it was nice. Because I was choosing between number 2 and number 7. And if you guys look at my video, I recorded number 1, number 2, and number 6 and number 7, and I believe there's eight preludes in this Opus 35 set. Okay, and just kind of like my impression, I straight up went on how it looked like even before I played it, and when I saw 3, 4. And number 8 and 5 and 8, I was just like the music, especially number 5. I don't know, just I looked at it and I was like, I already know I can't make that sound good, if that makes sense. Like there's pieces that I think people know they can play well, or at least have a grasp of, and then there's just like pieces, and I'll just say even with Chopin, I mean like every composer. I think there's just like a lot of confusion, you know. I don't know how to explain it until like you really get into a work, and maybe you never understand a work, but you know, for example, that Rachmaninoff that I was practicing yesterday, that one, that is a really confusing piece, guys. Like, I mean. I want to say it's like borderline atonal almost, man. Sometimes what it feels like it really does. Or man, it is like in the true Russian style or something. I mean, like but I can't say any of his other music. The only other music, in my opinion, that really sounds like that is the Opus 33 number 5, which is an E flat minor, and it goes like. It's like super fucking weird, you know. And I mean, though I played through it real slow, so I was like, it does have a little bit of harmonic background, but I mean, all those notes in between, I was like, what the f is this? You know, same thing, which you guys probably think it's a joke, but and I'll just say it's not happening now, and I haven't studied it at all, but I have. I'll just say I have done it once, gone through the whole piece once. It took me like 3 hours, guys. But I do want to record the Pierre Boulez Piano Sonata number 2, the first movement. Like, I've listened to it enough now where where as dumb as it sounds, it doesn't seem that as random anymore, you know. And like there's a lot of grungy parts that I want to play more grungily, if that makes sense. And there's a few recordings. I think every recording I've heard of it is really impressive. So I don't want to say it's, and I think it's a work. It's I'll just say it's always going to be one of those works where every interpretation is going to sound completely different, just because of the nature of the music is just so drastically different, and has so many nuances that can be played differently, you know. But yes, I do like that work. Okay, and you know, I don't know. It's just very. I'll just say that's probably some of the most difficult music I've ever really tried to get into. But here we go. I'm gonna go check my food. Feed my cats too. All right, so I'm about to eat, guys. I'm probably gonna chill. I'm gonna show you. Okay, no one's watching. Great. Okay, that's cool. So I understand half the time no one watches. Okay. I'm gonna look for a movie right here. Okay. And I did thrift something today, guys. I'll show you tomorrow. I feel like I got a effing awesome effing deal, and I just have an attraction to electronics, which I know that are never going to be made anymore. And when they're, especially when they're cheap and they come complete, you know what I'm saying? Like and are in good conditions, it's just like, man, I want to have it. And also the thing is, because I'm also afraid of like that way down the line, also in the future. It's just I already know that like CD players, DVD players, especially Blu-ray players. I'll say Blu-ray players probably the most, guys, actually are gonna like be really hard to find replacement parts or working. And that's what I'm saying. I know some of my every unit it's bound to fail. I'm just saying with the VCRs already, like if not failing, you have to clean them and whatever whatnot. But that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I have a number of VCRs, a number of DVD players, and anyways, why I picked up this Blu-ray player. It's a Sony Blu-ray player, by the way. Okay, and if you guys like didn't know, I collect a lot of home theater and just vintage electronic equipment. I love it, even if I never use it. I like having it, and it's what I do in my free time outside of the games. Oh man, talking about that. Oh my god, I'm gonna show you guys this now. Let me see if I brought it inside. If I didn't, then you guys are gonna have to wait. Okay. So, I got it. Fuck yeah, I got it here. Okay. Woo! Look at this. I got this for $5, guys. Okay. And if you guys haven't noticed, like most of the gaming I like can be done on pretty much any computer right now. Okay. So I got this Sim box, guys, for $5. It has all the discs. It's SimCity 4 with these expansion packs. It's got Spore and Sim Carnival. And I'm just saying, like, again, just to have these box sets, guys. And I like SimCity, guys. Okay, I like sim games. My hands down, probably the best is Sim Roller Coaster Tycoon. Okay, for me, I played that particular Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, 1 and 2 a lot. Okay, 3, I would like to get. I believe 3 is the one that like lets you ride your own roller coasters. I never got to play that, but I've seen it online. The Roller Coaster Tycoon and the sim games. Yeah, I did play like the Sim People a little bit. Only one of the games. I understand there's a lot of them, and it was pretty good. I liked it. But I like more of like Sim. Another Sim game I got, or I'm gonna download is Airport Simulator 2 Tycoon Airport Tycoon Simulator 2. Okay, so I love these kind of sim games, guys, and let me just open this up just to show you. So I got the registration codes, which I'll cover up, but I have all the discs here, if you guys can see. You know, SimCity 4, which I have never played, guys. So I'm just stoked to have this. This is why I'm saying why I want to change this computer, because even though it's going to be modern gaming too, it's for me it's useless if I don't have a fucking DVD-ROM inside the computer to be installing these games, because I'm just saying that's the whole. I guess the whole thing now is downloading shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like I downloaded a new game and you download like a installer. It's like anywhere from like 5 to like 100 megabytes. But then like when you want to like actually purchase and buy a game, then it's like 100 gigabytes. You know that you're downloading. You know, and you're getting nothing. You know, you don't get a booklet or anything. You don't even get like a digital license that's always yours. It's or I guess it is always yours, but I'm saying you don't get like some written shit that's always yours. It's just some digital shit, you know, like no manual, no book, no anything. They still want like a ton of money, man. The same amount of money that you would play for a box that I would have normally paid for a boxed game set. You know, so anyways, I'm excited about this. I know I haven't been gaming too much. But I'll just because I got so much other shit to update. But I'll just say it's gonna happen in the future, so stay tuned. We're gonna find a movie. See what I got on the VHS, guys. Oh my god. Okay, guys, this is one of my all-time favorite movies, okay? I've watched this all the time. I have it on VHS at home. I have it on VHS here, and I picked it up on DVD, I don't know, a few weeks ago, but it's Sphere, guys. Oh my god, what? So if the DVD is in here, hopefully, I think this means I put it up actually somewhere. So there is a chance that I just do not have the DVD, that I bought something that didn't have a DVD in there. Hopefully that is not the case. So this is my DVD, some of my DVDs. I have a few of these booklets. This is more my non-animation movies. Okay, so I got Jurassic World, Contact, Jumanji, the original good Jumanji, Hocus Pocus. This is a really underrated movie, guys. This Hocus Pocus is one of my favorite movies. So is the San Andreas. Okay, but we're seeing if Sphere is in here. Insidious. Oh my God! Look, these two DVDs are expensive. This is like my horror page. Okay, 28 days later. 28 weeks later, The Purge, Evil Dead, Insidious, and Insidious Chapter 2. These are some of my favorite movies. Okay, Sphere. Oh, fuck yeah. Here we go, guys. Thank you. Oh my God, I have. We are watching this. This is both a book and one of my favorite movies. So I'll be back. The last movie I was watching was Prince of Persia. It was pretty good.